don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've lost my influence. Maybe it's time I retired the coat.
You still have it.
Some kids with a deer rifle put 2 holes in the sleigh, one in me. All I have is a loathing for a world that's forgotten.
The United States military would like to procure your services.
This is a one-time deal, gentlemen. How are you, Mike? Nicole and the kids are well, I hope.
Who are you?
You just lost a big son, Fatman!
What's the job?
I'm lucky to kill Santa Claus.
I'm looking for the Fatman. You can't be serious.
This is what people actually think of me. Christmas is a farce. I'm a joke.
What's the purpose of your visit?
Hunting. I'm gonna kill some things.
There is a rising number of our youth making poor decisions.
What the big man's head?
Severed heads rot, they mold.
They don't want his beard.
I'm not shaving off a dead man's beard.
Your workers sure have healthy appetites.
That's why elves live much longer than humans.
And Chris, he knows the same?
No, it's a giving that keeps him young.
I've come for your head, Fatman!
Dashing through the snow, no one horse open surf.
You think you're the first?
All the fields we
Think I got this job because I'm fat and jolly?
nothing on. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
Oh, come on, you sleep. The fat man's got his eye on you, kid. Oh, that's Donald. Like it was a blitzer should tear your package clean off.
Welcome, everybody, to Behind the Box Podcast. This is the BTB crew. I am joined, as always, I'm, of course, Mick Manhattan, and I'm joined, of course, always by my partner in crime, Mr. Len Miller.
How you doing tonight?
Doing well, man, doing well. I'm very excited. That was very intense. Those were 2 very intense trailers of movies.
That was.
2 of my favorite movies of the year. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, because I haven't been posting about it enough, but we have the filmmakers here today. And we're going to have some fun because, like any great sequel, I've already interviewed them. So now we can just talk and have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a Christmas present right there. I love it. So,
well, we also have Gerard is on, and so we're going to bring them all on. Gerard's been waiting patiently. Gerard, are you ready to bring on 2 of my favorite filmmakers now? Because you just saw one.
I am interested indeed.
Well, first up is a man who's been on the show a few times now, a very good friend to the show, the channel, Mr. Blayne Weaver.
yeah.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. You know that. We're all about having fun here. Last time we talked horror, and now we're going to do it again.
I love it.
And we
Horror
have
and Santa, which I know a little bit about both, so I'm excited.
Yes, I've got that Santa hat on. Gerard, you're biting my style, man. Come on. And we have 2 other fantastic filmmakers here. Friends of yours, Blayne.
It's been a long time. But I'm excited to be reunited.
I cannot wait to hear the connection. I'm going to bring them on. I've had the joy of talking to them before. They're great guys. Let's bring them on. Eshom and Ian Nelms.
Hey, thanks for having us. Blayne, how are you doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
It's so good to have you guys here. We're going to have some fun tonight. I am not the disgruntled Santa that we'll be talking about. I am big enough to be him, but I'm too jocular for all that. But no, I am so glad you guys are here. Your movies are 2 of my favorites of the year, and you'll see that next week when my list comes out. But I'm so happy to have you guys here. But let's real quick. Blayne, your movie is coming out December 22nd, Getaway.
Yep.
I've had the good fortune to see it at Dead Center this year and at Film Fest, and and at Alamo too. So it premiered here.
Yeah, we hit all the major markets, the Alamo, Winchester, but yeah, December 22nd, and we're super excited about it. If you like slasher movies that take place in abandoned campgrounds, then Getaway is for you.
You've reached a mark in Len so hard because that is exactly his type of horror movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I have to say, I was highly disappointed with the state of New Jersey for marketing purposes, because I was looking around after we had the initial interview when you came on with this, Blayne, and I could not find it. So needless to say, you tell Mike can assess. I'm looking forward to next week so much, so just I can finally get my hands on this and watch it here. So
well, I can't wait for you to see it. I'm really proud of it, and it's fun and scary and edge of your seat kind of popcorn entertainment.
Absolutely, it looks fantastic. Like I said before, so I can't wait.
Yes, thanks. And I can't wait to check it out too. I will be purchasing it, just like another movie I purchased that came out this year that I'm very happy about. And the two gentlemen who directed are here, Ian and Eshom Nelms. Please tell us a little bit about Fatman.
It's a precocious, disgruntled 12-year-old after being gifted a lump of coal for Christmas from Santa, decides to hire a hitman to go after him. Probably the quick synopsis.
Well, we are very happy that you guys are on, and we're going to have some fun. So let's start. Actually, I'm going to take this off because we're getting into horror mode. Here, I have a little game I want to play with you guys. We are one short, unfortunately. Casey is running a little late, but that's all right because this was already going to go in one-way direction of winning anyway, and it wasn't going to be the podcasters. But I'm going to ask some questions, and I want to see how long you guys will survive a horror movie. So your team has to. I'm going to give you a set of answers. I'm going to ask a question, give you a set of answers. Your team has to give me the best answer. And then
so we're a filmmaker team, and we can talk about it and come up with our best answer. Is that the plan?
Absolutely. And because I like you guys so much, the podcasters, I will not let steal your answer. So they will automatically get a point of deduction.
All right. I'm totally intimidated, just to be honest.
So here's the first one. You enter a significant other's house, but it's dark and no one is home. What are you doing there? No, what do you do? Loudly announce that I'm about to take a shower? Leave immediately? Grab a knife from the kitchen? Whisper hello over and over again.
Boys, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I like the hello option.
I'll go with the hello option. Now, are we saying this is what would happen in a movie or what we would do and you decide what the best decision is?
This is like your choose your own adventure.
I see.
So you guys get to pick what you think is the best option. What's going to make you last the longest in this horror movie?
Oh, we really are trying to last, though.
Yeah. It's probably leaving
immediately. It'll be a very short movie.
Yeah.
But I like the hello.
Whispering hello over and over again. I like it.
We're not going to live very long, team. I'm sorry.
What would you guys do? What would the podcasters do?
Now, see, I'm looking too much into this because I'm thinking initially, see you later, deuces. But is my car going to be running, or do I have slashed tires outside? So,
probably both. No, you got
to look at it from the holistic view. He said, "I entered my significant other's house, and there's no one there. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
There's no one here. Okay, I'm out."
Well, it depends. What size is your significant other's TV? Do you want to watch the game on that TV, or do you want to leave?
Are we talking about the game just started, or are we like fourth quarter?
You guys are way too much thinking.
Wow. A lot of research happening here.
So
I am leaving. I personally, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I have no reason to be here.
We got hello and we got I'm leaving. Okay.
Hello.
Second question: which of the following best describes you? Athlete, the geek, or the guy girl next door? Obviously not the girl.
Which of the best describes our character that's saying, "Oh, our team."
Our team.
I'm going to make it your team.
I think we should be the final girl.
Guy girl next door.
Yeah.
Smart choice.
I mean, that's how we live, right? If we're the final girl, then we live. Just
We
saying.
watch them. You direct them. So I need to know. You guys got to tell us.
That sounds good to me. I'd rather be.
I think we should go for geek because for whatever reason, the geek always lasts the longest.
Yes. Because I was going to say, I could see Gerard being the athlete, though. So I was like, but I'm the geek. So I know that definitely. So I was like, you know what? If you're willing to take it, we're going geek.
I'm the one making the snarky comments like throughout the movie. We're just quipping, like, this doesn't make sense. I'm not going.
We have three guys tonight that are not disagreeing with you guys.
In a horror movie, the athlete's always the jerk, right? Like,
Always.
always. He's
That
always
too,
the guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He always goes charging towards the trouble too.
Right.
Like, I can take it out.
Yep. Oh. Nope. I'm going geek.
There we go. You are hiding in a closet. You hear footsteps nearby. What do you do? Do you make a run for it? Stay quiet? Whimper uncontrollably? Or peek through the crack?
I mean, you know where I'm leaning, Blayne.
You're going whimpering, aren't you?
I wouldn't be whimpering, but hey, you know.
I just had this feeling. I
want you to guide this one.
You know, I feel cinematically it'd be nice to look through the crack because then, you know, we get to see what's going on.
You get to see.
So I don't know. I like looking through the crack, but can we whimper whilst? I don't know.
A trickle of urine coming beneath the door. Something like that.
I like it.
Oh, God. I'm going to just go with peek through the crack because cinematically, you're right. That would be beautiful.
Yes.
How about you guys? What do you guys do? You guys are whimpering uncontrolled.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah. If it's for me,
I'm diving for the window.
Yeah. We're going whimpering uncontrollably.
Why are the horror fans who are like telling you directors on the pages, guys, you got to have them do this, you have them do this, but they're doing the complete opposite.
Because I'm thinking of a real life scenario, and push comes to shove, this is probably what I'd be doing. So
So we have to tell the directors that I'm an anti-horror movie fan, so I'm always going to choose the anti-horror movie option. I'm going to run through the window. Like once I dive through the window and I break a leg outside, then the killer can come stab me there. He's going to have to fight for it.
There's a Jared-sized hole in the wall of you, like. Just
I will tell you this. He's not a very big fan of horror films, but I'm going to make him watch Get Out, and I know he'll enjoy it. He enjoys them.
I saw the trailer. I'm excited for it.
Get Out's pretty great.
I think he was referring to Getaway. Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Getaway.
Get Out doesn't need any plugs right now. Okay. Getaway. December 22nd. Get Out is also quite good.
Yeah, we're talking about Getaway.
Getaway.
We're talking about Getaway and Skinny Guy, the two movies. The directors are here tonight. See, I had to mess up theirs too. Like I screwed up. Quid pro quo. All right, back to it. I didn't mess up at all. The villain is chasing you around the house. Where do you go? Upstairs, into the basement, back into the closet, outside.
I defer.
I got a question on this one.
You can question it.
I'm going to say outside. I want to do some running.
Yeah,
there you go.
We cinematically, we got to mix up the locations a little bit.
Get out of that.
Outside for a bit.
Yeah, preferably run straight down the road too. You don't ever want to deviate from the path.
Yeah.
Don't hide, just go. Right.
You have a clear sight as you head straight.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have our other guest here finally? Yes, we do.
All right. We'll get some.
Hey, everybody.
Casey.
What is up, gentlemen? How are we doing?
Great.
We're just headed into a horror film, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're
I've
giving
been-
all the wrong answers on our side, Casey, by the way. So
Okay, roger that. Wrong answer's coming. Locked and loaded.
Yeah, it's miserable. You guys are you're gonna very hard death. So
Here's my question about like running
Oh, yeah,
upstairs
yeah,
or outside. Am I in the woods or am I in like suburbia?
Context very important.
Because if I'm in the woods,
terrain.
I'm not
I said it again. What is wrong with me? Get Away. You have to watch Get Away and find out. You're not going to find out and Get Out. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, Get Away. What is wrong with me? I'm reading these questions and I don't know.
It's marketing genius, just for the record.
Wait, Blayne, are these questions in line with Get Away?
I would say so. Yeah, we hit a lot of the. It's a very meta movie. It's a movie about students film students making a horror short. So a lot of the should I run or should I hide in the closet? We have a closet hiding scene, absolutely. And guess what? She peeks through the door.
Good marketing.
But she does look.
You never peek through the door. You can't peek through the door. It's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea, but so it goes.
But cinematically, it looks beautiful. So
yes, looks great on camera.
The fun part about Get Away too, when you check it out, it's got a lot of fun filmmaker jokes.
Yeah,
like if you're a filmmaker on set, and you've done it before, like they play it up really well in it.
Now Blayne, real fast before we get back to the questions, I forgot to ask you last time. Now, is not Get Out but Get Away? Right, is that actually like a homage, also like how you filmed it to past horror movies, or are you trying to look for your own identity too?
In a way, well, I'll tell you, by necessity, we kind of abandoned the absolute homage kind of thing because we were moving at such a fast rate. It was a very short shoot, and we were outside in the middle of the cold a lot. Right. Yeah. But one of the interesting things about the movie, our kind of our thing is that the killer is also filming his kills. So you have students college students making a movie whilst a killer is stalking them and filming them, and it's a movie about both of those things. So there's, I think there's lots of hat tips to style things from the past, but normally it's handheld and dealing with several different formats, whether it's iPhone or JVC, Digicam kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Great.
And then, where can I find it?
Amazon, all of the iTunes, all of those places, plus DVD and Blu-ray from Amazon, December 22nd. Everywhere that you can rent movies.
Absolutely.
Digitally.
And just make sure it's not the 2013 version with Ethan Hawke that I got confused with earlier.
Here's something hilarious. There is a 2020 Getaway that I have never heard of and I'm not familiar with. God bless them, but it came out this year. And I didn't know about it until we converged in the marketing and stuff. And apparently it's called Getaway, and the lead character is the same name as my movie's lead character.
No way.
Yes, they're both. Maddie. Maddie is the name of the lead actress. So we kept seeing this other actress, and I'm like, who is this? And so it's two indie films. They came out at the beginning of the year. We're coming out at the end of the year. It was just kind of bad luck how that worked out. But hopefully this elevates both of our films because they'll rent Getaway and say, hey, that was great. Now I'm going to watch Blayne Weaver's Getaway. And then I'm going to watch Get Out. And then I'm going to watch Ethan Hawke and, High School Musical or whoever it is. And
just have as many gets as you can.
Exactly.
Just have a day of gets.
There's plenty of room for all of the getaways.
Makes a lot of sense to me. It's going to work.
Well, let me ask you guys: have you guys ever had that happen where, with one of your projects, where maybe you named it something, and maybe you saw something coming out that you were like, "Are you serious?"
We once had a film when we premiered at South by Southwest with Small Town Crime. There was another movie there called Small Crimes, and both had
Robert
Forster in a supporting role.
We're at the same festival. We're Small Town Crime. They're Small Crimes. And we were joking with them. We're like, but who has the smallest crime?
Size does matter.
That really is the same thing as me looking at the DVD and being like, Maddie. That's crazy. Robert Forster.
Oh man, that's nuts. I will say, everybody, go check out Small Town Crime. I don't know about Small Crimes. I haven't seen that, but I did see Small Town Crime. Go check that out.
And Blayne, to put you at ease, it worked out for both of us. We both won.
Hey, plenty of room for independent filmmakers. I support the whole damn thing.
Exactly. As long as there's not as many Maddies.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, Maddie is a very popular name coming up pretty soon. So if you're having kids, I'd stay away from Maddie because those writer types really like the name.
I'm waiting for your next project. I'm waiting for the Nelms brothers' next project. Maddie is going to be the star. I see.
Maddie.
Oh yeah.
It's just a special thanks for me. That's all I need.
A little homage.
All right.
GETAway.
I got the next question for you. I promise you, we're halfway there, and then we're going to find out who survives and who dies. And that's, lying in bed at night, you hear a strange noise downstairs. What do? Go back to sleep? Probably just the wind. Call out. Is anybody there? Lock the door or hide under the bed.
You got to call out. You got to scream and let everybody know where you're at.
You podcasters are going to die quick.
What are you talking about? It's a genius move because then you can misdirection.
Make it easy. Just go back to sleep.
Yep. All right.
You'll never see it coming, so that's the way to be.
Yeah, if it's in my own house, I'm definitely just going back to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. So the directors are going back to sleep, and you're calling, and the podcasters are calling out.
Podcasters 2-1. We're going back to sleep. So.
Go back to sleep.
If you don't see it, it can't kill you in a horror.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You always have to wait for that last second moment, so just don't open your eyes at the last moment.
Yes.
Not for nothing. My house is pretty old, so you hear the wind. Especially, I have a nor'easter right now with snow happening, and you make sights and sounds here. So it's crazy.
So we just got. My girlfriend just got one of those those little vacuums that run around your house and sweep.
Oh, yeah.
Roomba.
Yeah.
Roomba. So we just turned it on yesterday. And I didn't know this, and it's on, and it has to learn your house, and it's a clumsy little bugger, so it's like banging into stuff, and it's like 4 a.m. and it's like bing, 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 coming down the hall, and I'm like, wake up, I'm like, what the hell is that out there? And it's like on the door, like just hitting the door outside.
Why do I feel like in the next Nelms movie there's going to be a deadly Roomba?
I was legitimately
because now you can also schedule them for on your apps and stuff like that. So she's gonna mess with you at 4 in the morning in 6 months from now to be like, all right, we're gonna start.
That's actually genius. That's a really funny prank, actually.
I'm totally convinced she did that on purpose because she's also the same person who has heated seats, and she'll intentionally crank them up on me in the middle of summer, and I'm just like, why are my balls sweating so much?
All right.
Oh, it's the worst. Fire butt sucks, man.
My fiance has a cat, and so I've just learned about the midnight ramblings of cat, which scare the hell out of me about 3 times a week. Just gets excited and starts jumping, and I'm like, what was that?
Versus if you get the curtains being ripped off the wall. Ooh.
Right. Oh, and now we got Christmas stuff, so there's lots of stuff to mess around with and knock over, and I'm like, I have to get up. I have to. Sorry.
And a cat.
Yeah.
Try being in the basement with 2 kids and a cat. All of a sudden, you hear somebody running across the floor, and you're like, "Is everybody asleep?" Or
That's
do I
right.
need to get the gun?
You get those
Yeah,
holiday.
right. Well, Jesus, cats, man, I can't do it. They're too scary for me. Steal your breath. Ever since the cat's eye. Oh, that was a troll, but still, cats scare me too. I'm a dog guy. You were driving along a country road at night with friends when the car engine dies. What do you do next? I know what Len does. He jets and leaves the car door open.
Absolutely.
Because he's done it to me.
That would be a fun story.
That's the problem with hosting a show with your best friend of 25 years. You just know too much about each other. And
it's true. I'm not denying it, but
you have. We were getting chased one time because we were doing stupid let's visit abandoned houses crap, and this dude leaves my car door open wide as we're running away from the trouble. I'm like,
no, we're running back to your car to get away from the trouble. My logic was, why am I going to fumble for the keys to open the door? Door's already open. I jumped right in the car, closed the door. So
please,
go ahead. You're
right.
In the movie, the bad guy's in the back seat, though. You know what I
All
mean?
the time. I mean, Chucky, prime example. Still gets me.
Yeah, that's you know what? I win after years of wondering. So what do you guys do? Do you stay in the car while everyone looks for a gas station? Everyone sleeps in the car until morning? Wander off into the woods looking for cell service? I don't know why you do that.
That's what you do in the movie, but that's a bad choice.
Take turns keeping watch at night.
You know, maybe it's the movie Cujo, but I've always felt like there's security in the car. You know,
Yes.
Sitting there.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I agree. I'm a nature guy, so I'm wandering. It just feels right with your phone up in the sky, just trying to look, you know, just wandering about, just waiting for someone to just pop out from behind a tree. It's perfect.
You can take your shoes off.
They're good. Stay with the car. So I don't know.
I need a nap.
I need an answer.
I need a nap. I'm going to sleep with everybody in the car. If everybody's in the car at the same time, you have to kill everybody all at once, which makes it harder for knife-wielding maniacs to saw everybody in half. Nope, we're going to sleep.
There's lots of doors. Yeah, I agree.
All right,
Unless
so
there's an army after you, you stay in the car.
Guess, Ian and Eshom, are you agreeing with stay in the car? Or are you taking a walk?
I'm going to stay in the car because I've got options in the car. If I start running, I've already run once. So again, we're looking at locations here.
Exactly. And repetition of themes. We haven't stayed in the car yet. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's good.
And I'm making the all right. So podcasters, what's your final verdict?
Wander.
All right.
I mean, some of us are runners here. I've got the legs. I'm good.
Wander. Oh.
Lenny, I'll carry you, buddy. It's fine.
All right, let's get these last three done because I want to hear about some badass Santa story. So your ideal getaway. See, I got it right.
You did it really good, really good. I like the singing part of it, like the in my brain. That's how it's always. Get away!
Get away!
I'm going to tell you right now. I took this earlier and I did not survive it. So I'm going to vote on my own. Your ideal getaway, available on December 22nd, is somewhere tropical, a road trip through the countryside, secluded resort in the mountains, my house where it's safe.
Nelms, what do you think? What do you like?
Yeah.
I'm not a horror aficionado.
Blayne, I want to take your guide on this one.
We're
go with your instincts.
We're trying to survive. That's the idea,
right? Like I know where I would lead us.
I mean, the movie always starts with them leaving their house and being like, "Hey, it's going to be a great weekend." So I guess go home if you want to live, but not that exciting a movie.
No,
that's true.
No.
So
the Tom Jane missed ending was not in there, right?
No,
that was not in there.
Shot in my hometown, by the way. Just saying.
Nice.
Because you said that, I'm going to say a road trip through the countryside.
Perfect.
I'm an awesome wingman, so I am going with an awesome road trip person too. So I'm going with road trip there. So
all right, road trip through the countryside. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, I'm hip with road tripping. Let's do it.
The killer is pounding on your front door. What do? Try to hold it shut. Scream for help. Lock the deadbolt and run out back. Move all my furniture in front of the door.
Ooh,
boy, the furniture thing's going to take way too long.
That's going to take a while.
Very Night of Living Deadish there. So
yeah.
I've always wondered why people don't do more of that though in movies.
Yeah, barricading, absolutely. It's genius. Even if you just throw a bookshelf in the way, something.
There's a limited amount of things that can happen to you once the sun comes up. I mean, yeah, you can still die, but like the options are limited.
Yeah.
They have less jumpy out spots.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to say, I mean,
barricading the door.
You're barricading the door? Podcasters Arcade. What do we got for?
Barricading doors. Yeah, absolutely. We're barricading doors.
Going out the back door was one option, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Deadlock it and run up the back.
All right.
I support that.
I'm gonna go out.
And we got. You think your house might be haunted? What do you do? Call a priest. Hold a seance. Move immediately. Try to record the paranormal activity.
Okay, so we all know recording is a failure. Awful idea. Awful idea. So we should do it.
Yeah.
I'm giving that. That's it. I don't care what anybody else says on the podcasters team. You get record.
Yes.
I feel like it should be recorded. The directors, come on.
I think I would at least go through the priest thing before I tried to sell the house at a loss, and that's capital gains tax, guys. Like you don't want that. You know, like,
that's the real horror here,
right?
Capital gains tax. Yes.
And the final question, and now we'll know who survives and who dies. You knocked out the killer. What do you do next?
Chop off set.
Immediately turn your back.
What the
I'm not even gonna read. I'm not even gonna read it.
Chop off his head. Just chop off the head. Don't even just chop off the head. Don't even bother.
Continue shooting until the gun is empty. Chop off his head is a good one also, but make sure that something is not connected anymore.
A lot of penetration.
Yes.
All right, that went weird. So
only if you make it that way, Mick. Only if you make it that way.
I am making it that way, of course. All right, so the answers are neither of you survive.
All right.
I'm having trouble with the logic of this.
Does it say he lasted longer though in there?
What was that magic path? What was that magic path through it?
Good question.
Well, the magic path, they don't give me the magic path, but I'm going to say it's probably surviving everything. Probably making the right decisions. And you guys did, but then I think, peeking out of that crack, we all know what happened.
You never peek out the crack. Classic Laurie Strode.
As judge of this, ultimate judge in the end, I'm going to say the filmmakers win it.
Yeah.
You're just being nice, I think, but we'll absolutely take that win.
I'm really hoping that the killer was wearing my, face as this, or my, as his skin. That's really, at this point, At this point, that's where I should.
Our buddy Facebook user says, "Kill him." All right. I want to get
Stone him.
I want to get to our next topic, and I want to know what you guys are thinking.
Blayne, what movie did we see in Tallgrass that you were in 2015?
Because
I think it must have been Cut to the Chase, right?
I think it was the one right before Cut to the Chase, because you came to that festival the year before with us, right? And then the next year you had Cut to the Chase.
Oh, Favor, probably. Favor.
Okay.
Yes, that was what it was. The two buddies, and they had to go bury a body.
Paul Osborne.
That's exactly what it was.
That was great. So we met at we met at Tallgrass, right? We hadn't met before then, because at festivals, when you're doing it properly, when it's not, COVID craziness, you just make friends on the festival track, and it's like, where were we? And I remember that I went to your talk back. You gave a great talk back at Tallgrass. That's what I remember.
And that's right. We did a little thing there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did like a little filmmaker thingy.
Yeah,
filmmaker
fun, and I missed it so much. And I was so bummed about this movie because I've never done horror fests before, and I was so looking forward to it. But so we missed out on that a little bit, but that's okay. December 22nd.
That's right. It's coming out for real.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Bring it back around. Come on, let's go. We'll at least go to the conventions now.
I mean, that'd be super fun. I hope they invite us. Boom.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm putting it out there. I'm making sure they invite you. And you guys over here have one of the best action movies, in my opinion, of the year. And like I said, we talked a lot about it. This movie has a lot of heart, and we've all seen it, I think, at this point. So
I rented it today for my homework assignment, and I very much enjoyed it. Well done, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, it's amazing. It's my new favorite Christmas movie. I'm not even joking. I love the feeling of that movie. It's just, oh God, it was so good. When I saw his interview with y'all, I was like, wait, I could be on a show with those guys who directed Fatman? That's awesome.
we are big Mel Gibson marks. So,
Huge. Ever since the Lethal Weapon days.
The last line of that movie is probably what sold everything for me. The fat man's got his eye on you, kid. Yes! Yes!
He delivered the hell out of that line, I'll tell you.
It was terrible.
And Walton Goggins was great too. Like all three of your leads were just fantastic. But I really enjoyed watching Walton Goggins play that part. Like he seemed to really thrive on the assassin kind of thing. You know,
he's so great at playing a nut. He really is.
Yes, he is. That's a good description.
Dives in with both feet and just gives all those eccentricities that you get really excited about. You know, all the nuance that he throws into every scene, every moment. He's really entertaining to watch and work with.
And obviously, like no two takes are ever the same with Walton. He's throwing so much gold at you. I mean, rarely. I mean, he's like, it's not, you know, he's not going to the moon and back, but he's definitely giving you a lot of really great options. You know, especially like this.
And that's the part for it, right? Like it's so alive and it's just crackling. You know, like with what's he going to do next? I don't know, and I don't think he knows. You know, but like watching it
exactly. No, he's you know, he like we had a conversation with him. Of course, we talked about the character and what we wanted out of the character. And I think one of the things we said was unpredictable, you know, was one of the big notes that we gave him. So then he went away for a month or so and layered that guy up. And when he came back, you know, he was his own animal. It was pretty fantastic. It was really great.
So I have a question for you guys. For the pet store scene,
Yeah.
How many takes of that scene did it take to get that inflection correct? For you.
On Walton's side? Yeah.
No, for you. For where you felt it was.
To where we were happy with it, and we were like, okay, that one was interesting because we shot one side and we had to match the other side, and Walton was giving us different takes, and then the actress on the other side had to kind of match what he was giving. So he had to kind of. It was an interesting one, but I think we did probably about 7 or 8 takes of that. It was a decent amount because that line, no matter what, every time he delivered it, it was funny and awesome. But there was just certain looks on the other side of it that we were aiming for as well, and we wanted to make sure that we had enough options to sort of match something that she was doing, you know, to what he was saying.
Now we'll go back and look at the dailies, and we probably shot it twice. But I can't remember because I can't remember, honestly. I really can't remember.
I feel like it was a few because I remember trying to match her side because I feel like we shot her side first for some reason, and then I feel like we started shooting his side, and we just got a ton of variations of stuff on his side.
So you're saying that you shot it without one of the actors there, like shot.
No, they were both
there, but
he was there, but we weren't on his face. So you know how it is when you're cutting back and forth and you're trying to think if that like what look is going to go with the way he's saying it. That's going to crack you up, or that's going to send you in a dark place, or whatever you're aiming to do at that moment. I think we shot her side, and we got maybe 3 or 4 takes of her. And we're like, okay, that was great. I think we got it, you know, great. And then we shot his side, and it was like, try this, try that, try this, try that, and he was farting around, having fun, going in every direction.
Right.
But we shot it a few, and it's also because that was probably the last shot of that scene that we just said, all right, well, we got more time here or whatever, you know, like we got time. Let's keep mowing and blowing. Let's keep trying things. Because it's an interesting or could be a tricky out. You know, he's telling her the whole thing about she reminds him of his mother. So yeah, there was like the balance of we wanted it to be kind of a funny out, but we also wanted it to mean something, you know, so we're trying to hit that kind of dark edge and so you understand sort of, you know, his reverence or hate for his mother is sort of being put upon this woman who, you know, is trying to get inside his psyche at the same time. I don't know, there was kind of for us, there was a few things we wanted to hit with that. And of course, I mean, he nailed it and we walked away, but I can't remember what take he nailed it on though. I couldn't say if that was the first take or the 7th take or whatever, because Walton gives you and there's probably other takes that would have worked just differently.
Yeah. I remember some takes he was just like facing the reptile cages the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We were just playing a bunch of stuff, but we had a time limit, so we couldn't spend all day there. But I think, you know, Ian's estimate of probably 7 feels pretty accurate for that one. There wasn't one where it was like the first one and we had it, you know, definitely not.
Well, you know, I had a quick question because you guys are both now with some of your movies, like you've done Extreme Cold. I know with GETAway, you were out there in the mountains filming.
Nightmare.
Were you really out in the mountains the whole time?
Yeah, man, it was cold as hell, and we were at this boys' summer camp that had closed, and I thought this was a great. I'm like, this is fantastic. You guys are gonna let us shoot here? We'll just stay here. It'll be great. It's like, yeah, we're shutting off the water, and like that's a line in the movie that we just kind of stole from real life. So I'm like, yeah, no big deal. We got bottled water. I'm like, toilets don't work, showers don't work.
Yeah,
it's cold. Yeah, we were. I mean, I wasn't in the snow tundra like you guys were, but I was cold.
Did they shut the water off because it freezes, or because? Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and it's like they were, trying to accommodate us, but they weren't really gonna, go way out of their way. They're just like, well, we're not gonna let our pipes burst, and so we let them drag it like a couple of days. But it went from, hey, this is beautiful weather, to like, it is too cold for us to be outside right now, incredibly quickly. And, but I mean, you guys.
But was it a lot of nights too? Like a lot of night shoots? Yeah. That's so chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, with you guys, you had some night shoots out in the snow, right? Like, I mean, even during the day, it looked horrible.
Yeah. I mean, look, we learned a lot about weather, and we really realized it would take two naive idiots from California to think riding a gunfight in the snow is a good idea.
It worked out great.
Hey, look, ultimately we paid off, but it was, definitely.
But it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we overcame, but it was not easy. It was not easy, and that definitely was because such of the the skill and aptitude of the Ontario or Canadian crew like knew how to handle that weather, and they
all came out and were ready to hit the Donner Pass, and they were seriously like getting up, and we were like, oh shit, I guess like. So I remember going out and scouting those locations, and it was like fall. So it wasn't that cold. And then when we went back, we started like really diving in, like we're having to shoot there for like 3 or 4 days. Like, man, it was like negative 36 during that shootout at the end, which is fucking brutal.
We're sitting there like, and Ian and I made a pact. Look, like we went into this and we're like, okay, no matter what, we're never going to complain about the cold. Like no matter what, right? Like we have to be that like the stoic filmmakers, and like at one point we're blocking it out with the stunt team, and they're like, "Man, you guys are really handling this pretty well." I couldn't feel my face. I couldn't honk my mouth. Like, I thought my foot was gonna break off. Like I took my boots off. I'm like, yeah, their feet are just gonna shear off. And I remember like we were going through storyboards one time, and it's about 6 minutes in, and the grip comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Ash, I just saw that you had your gloves off for about 6 minutes, and just so you know, like." He's like, you feeling anything? I'm like, well, no, I lost feeling in my hands 5 minutes ago, but I'm still making it work, And he's like, just so you know, like, you're going to start getting frostbite and probably some damage about 8 minutes. So you might want to put some of your hands back in your gloves. Like, it was pretty gnarly. Like, I'm not going to lie.
That's awesome. I want to say that I love the use of the white snow coat. Like, that was not to get too, artsy, but like when blood shows up, it's awesome. Another thing, just on my thing of like, I bitched about the cold the whole time, so I respect you guys taking the high road on that. But sometimes I would put on the killer outfit if we couldn't, have the actor or like just turned into easier for me to do it, and so I put on the outfit and I went outside, and the holes had these like. The shoes had these crazy holes in them, and like my feet are soaking wet as I'm just like grabbing somebody or whatever. And I talked to the actor or actress who was wearing that outfit, and I was like, have these holes been in here the whole time? You haven't said anything. I'm like, that's not. Let's at least duct tape it up. But like the actors were way tougher than I was, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm freezing.
Yeah. No, Ian and I were like dressed that we were literally going to go summit Everest, and there's Gibson, like in his like Carhartt and fingerless gloves because he's got to do gunplay, and and we're like, no, you want to get to the warming tent? Oh, no, I'm good. Like
He refused to go to the warming tent for those 4 days that we were out in the cold at the worst of it. And he was just like, you guys are out in the shit, I'm out in the shit. And he just would not go in, and he would stay out there with us and tell stories. And yeah, he would galvanize the crew by not going and hitting the warming tent. He really was, an exemplary example to everybody.
Just sitting there drinking his green tea.
Yeah, on like a boss, man.
I'm telling you, and a quick story with Casey and I. One time, as a joke, went to the laser tag. I'm dressed in a suit and a fake mustache. He's dressed as Riggs.
With my mullet.
We get into a laser tag and get right in the middle, and he lays down, and we reenact the end scene of Lethal Weapon 2, and Riggs is like dying on the floor. So, like, all of these kids running around playing laser tag are just looking at us like, "What are you doing?" And just like, "We're about to win."
Then we smoke those 9-year-olds.
Yeah. So we are Mel Marks completely. So that makes me happy to hear.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I wish he would keep himself warm. We have to keep that man safe at all costs. But
I think that he's running on a different level, a different plane than all of us, man. He's got like some sort of metabolism generator or something going on.
So I know you guys have been getting asked a lot lately because I've been following and checking out, and you've been getting asked, of course, about Mel Gibson has now played Santa Claus, badass Santa Claus, and you've been getting asked about Kurt Russell, another '80s icon, playing Santa Claus, another badass Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to ask you who's more badass. It's just, that's not right. You can't do that. That's like stars colliding. I'm going to ask you, when are we going to get the sequel to Fatman with Kurt Russell Santa Claus and Mel Gibson Santa Claus teaming up?
Multiverse, the Santa multiverse.
To sign off on that, I would be all about it, man. That would be one badass unequal, like in third qual, fourth qual, whatever we could do to get that to happen. That would be fucking amazing.
Not for nothing, you guys, but I did a Santa movie with Barry Bostwick, who I think could kick some serious ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if we're doing the Santa multiverse, I want in, and I think Barry can hold his own.
Throw him in there with some Tim Allen too, and just have him roll.
Yeah. Well, Ian Eshom, I know we gotta get you out of here, but that actually, I mean, I have to thank Blayne because real quick before we do, let's put together our let's not figure out who the best badass Santa is. Let's put together our Avengers of badass Santas. We got 3 right there. Who else we got? Who else is added to this badass Santa list?
Bill Goldberg.
Santa.
I mean, I don't know.
You have an incredible type Santa that makes no sense.
No,
I'm going for the comedy aspect of it. I'm going with Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa. So
that's cool. And he's a good badass anyway as a person. So
yes.
And I think we got to get that rare exports maniac in there too.
Tim Allen here. Tim Allen, Tim Allen, do you
we should just get them all together, like put them all in one crazy movie.
He's great in Red Belt. He's a bit of a badass in Red Belt. Tim Allen. He's had a couple movies.
He's a badass in Galaxy Quest,
Yeah, he is. He's
good in Galaxy Quest.
And we got another one for Thornton. Of course, he has to be in there.
Yeah.
But I would say you guys are missing out.
What's happening?
One very important Santa that should be on this list, and he's probably the most disgruntled asshole Santa that would lead this team.
Burl Ives?
No, not Burl, but you're close.
Not bad.
Santa from Rudolph. He is the biggest.
Oh, that Santa. Yes. The Santa from the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He is the biggest D-bag Santa in any film, cartoon, vast collection you could get,
I think I need to revisit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he treats them like scum. The elves, the reindeer, you name it. Oh, he's the worst.
Yeah, you're elitist,
I was watching it with my kids the other day, and when Rudolph is born, he's a baby. He rolls in, and he's just like, "Whoa, what do you got there, Donner? You need to put that away." It's like, what?
It's horrible.
And we got Ed Asner from Elf. We forgot Ed Asner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'd be great.
Another disgruntled, but
Dream Team, man, I love it.
That is. I think we got the Dream Team, and I'm going to be screaming asshole every time Mr. Bostwick shows up because you have to do that in any movie.
You have to. You have to. Hey, he doesn't actually like it, but it doesn't matter. You just yell at him, and it's fun.
What was that movie, 3,000 Miles from Graceland? It was all the Elvises.
Yeah, that'd be good.
3,000 Miles from the North Pole. That's
Hey,
right.
side compliment I wanted to give you guys. Your elf ears looked great.
Oh,
And
thank
for me, elf ears were a nightmare. You don't get to talk with directors about elf ears very often. I'm just saying it's not the opportunity that I get regularly. So well done.
Thank you. We'll tell Ashley she did an amazing job on the elf ears and the elf aesthetic. And that we that was a tough decision. We did have to spring for the expensive elf ears.
It's a lot of elves, man. A lot of elves and a lot of ears. And I saw it and I'm like, those look really good. How did they do that?
We talked last time. You made the most realistic Santa. You did for Santa Claus what Dark Knight did for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You made him. You made me realize he could live in this world. That's perfect. Now, Blayne, I'm giving it to you. You had the sexiest Santa. He had the kiddo. He was good. He was nice.
Barry Bostwick was the original Danny Zuko in Greece. He's still got it. Just charming as the day is long. My Santa was on the Atkins diet and had dropped some pounds, and Mel didn't look too fat. I got to be honest with you. He looked pretty dang good. I'm like, Mel's looking good. Been hitting
Mel's keeping it tight.
Yeah.
You guys, you did perfect, and I always appreciate talking to you guys. You guys have made fantastic movies. 2 on my favorites of the year list, and to me that is a big thing because we are coming out of a year where look what studios are doing to us. They're taking away movies, they're putting them on streaming, they're hurting movie theaters. You guys are out there supplying us with content that is not just content that's entertaining us, great content that's entertaining us. And that's what everybody watching, please go check out Fatman now on VOD. Yeah. It is a great movie. Go check out GETAway. It's coming out December 22nd. I've had the pleasure to watch it twice this year, and I'm going to get it next week. It is fantastic. Thank you, Blayne. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Eshom, for coming on the show today. It's such a fun time.
Thank you all. This was fantastic.
So nice to sit here and talk
to hang out and talk some horror talk and some Santa talk, man. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blayne, I can't wait to watch GETAway, man. I already pre-ordered it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. Well, I loved your movie. This is what film festivals are like. You sit around and
there's more alcohol.
I think I'm the only one who's drinking. I don't know what's happening. You guys need to rethink your whole thing.
This could be cool. I don't know. So.
Yeah, there you go. But it's great to see you guys again. And
if you guys ever want to come back on and talk crime dramas, I will talk Smelltown Crimes and Cut to the Chase all day long.
That would be fun too. The retro chase thriller, that would be awesome.
That'd be rad.
Oh yeah. I even I told Blayne yesterday. I sent him a message, because Erin Cahill, who plays his sister in Cut to the Chase, it was a Power Ranger, and I just discovered this yesterday with my kid watching it, and I was like, "Hey!" And I tried to explain. I have a friend who she played his sister, and it turned into Blayne's sister as a Power Ranger. So that's what it is now.
Perfect translation.
I'll take it.
But guys, thank you again so much for coming on. You're always welcome to come on. We love talking to you. Just fantastic time, and I wish you all the best with your movies, and we'll keep plugging them. Trust me.
Absolutely. Good luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you all so much for doing so much.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Blayne. Can't wait to watch you, brother.
Oh, thanks, guys. Great job. Bye.
Have a good one. Be well.
Have a good one. Gentlemen, was that fun?
Dude, that was radical. Are you kidding me? I'm still on Twitter pated. I'm flustered over on this end. I'm like, oh, heavens.
That
was awesome.
Fantastic, man. I was so glad.
Great.
I know. It's like when you get them to actually like you on Twitter, I was like, "Oh, Blayne likes me." I feel like a schoolgirl,
Blayne is the man. Hanging out. And we've had him on the show before, Len, and we had a great time with him.
Yeah, no, he's such like you're right, like how like they were just talking about like how the conventions, like you just come on and just shoot the stuff, and that's how I feel Blayne is. Like you just actually all three of them, you bring them on and you just talk. I mean, they didn't like sit there and want to promote too much like their movies or anything. They just kind of want to have some fun with us, and I that was awesome. Like they're just down to earth guys. They seem chill, and it's anytime. I always say bring them back anytime. We're down.
It's really nice when you get directors like that who are pushing each other and helping each other, and the lifting up. That was fantastic. It feels real good to see that. We can only bring those people on, Mick.
Yeah.
Well, more of these pretentious people.
Yeah, no,
we're
right.
not doing pretension anymore.
It's so funny because like when they both found out that they were, because they knew each other from the festival circuit, so like, and they're friends on Facebook and stuff. And when we became friends, it was like, oh wow, okay, we're all friends. They, as soon as I was like, hey, this is what we're gonna do on the show, they're both like, they're all like, oh my god, Blayne's gonna be on the show. Blayne's great, and Blayne's like, oh my god, Ian, Eshom are great guys, like, and they're both had nothing but high praise for each other, and they deserve it. Like Blayne knows I'm on the Blayne Weaver,
the Blayne train.
Yeah, Blayne train definitely. I fully support the Blayne train. After the last one, definitely. Oh, Mike, what do you say?
Mike, what's going on, buddy? Of course, Mike is the host, one of the hosts of the Show Boys podcast. Go check it out. He's doing some really fun stuff with the Mandalorian and Star Wars right now. I was late. Gonna have to watch it later. Hope you're all doing well tonight. We are doing well. We're always doing well when you guys are joining. Robert, Jason, Facebook user who is our favorite, because we never know who you are. He could be the killer.
Mystery.
I had such a fun time tonight.
Wouldn't me this time.
Yeah.
Well, you ruined it, Jared. I love you, buddy, but you're always like, it's me. And it's like, come on, Rod. You can just use your own. You can log in and do your own thing. Why?
So I don't know what that is. I am logged into my own one, and it just never pops up correctly for me. That's what's weird about it.
Weird.
You are a Facebook user for actually, no, I'm not putting a face to Facebook user.
Never.
Because again, Facebook user popped up tonight. It was not me.
And looking at that man's face, you can't deny that face.
I got my theory on who it could be, but I'm just saying.
Oh, Robert asked, wanted to ask them who's up for Santa Claus versus the Martians remake.
Yes.
I'm gonna find out, and for next show, I'm gonna give that in.
I was gonna say, bring them on back, Mike. You got to do it, dude.
Finish the sequel. You put Mel and you put Kurt together. They're Santas versus the Martians.
So you have to get like 4 Santas versus all the Martians, and that's why they have to get more of them. Kind of like all the Doctor Who's have to get together.
No, and again, Tim Allen, wasn't he a Martian in one of the movies? You bring him back, and then he could become Santa at the end. Little there, I'm just saying.
Martian Santa, an insider.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But I don't know.
Conspiracy theories are making the rounds now.
That was my next thing. I was going to plug your video, The Story of Santa Claus. Everybody go check out Gerard's video, The Story of Santa Claus. It's very funny. Right. He pieces it together. He even tried to work in Christmas with the Cranks for me, and I was very touched by it. The only thing was you went with the Tim Allen connection. But what you forgot was in Christmas with the Cranks, Santa Claus is in it. He is like magical Santa Claus too. He's the umbrella salesman at the end of the movie in his Volkswagen.
See, that makes it even better because that was the fake Santa Claus that fell off his house in the Santa Claus.
We needed a remastered director's cut.
That's even a better connection. Thank you.
I had such a fun time with you guys coming on the show tonight.
No, thank you. Well, real fast. I mean, I don't know time constraints or whatever, too, Mike. But what were your guys' thoughts on Fatman? Like, I just, I know it wasn't officially our official movie of the week, but I kind of thought it was. So,
it kind of was because we couldn't watch Getaway. It would have been both of them, but
no.
You guys should check out Getaway, though.
Yeah, I do want to check out Getaway. I tried to find it on Amazon here. It looks like it'll be coming out on the 22nd.
Yep.
Is what it says. Yeah. So definitely going to fire that up. But Lenny, for you, sir, I know Mike and I have gone on this, and Gerard has watched us talk about it for all the Ding Dong Day. But it is fantastic. The Fatman really does, for me, bring a sense of almost Christmas spirit in a weird left-handed way that you don't anticipate, and then all of a sudden you get blindsided like a semi. And it's just that last 20 minutes, it made me love and really feel that Christmassy as they're just getting mowed down. It was beautiful.
So what I loved most about the Fatman was their update on society.
No
And how
spoilers. Yes, Robert.
No spoilers, but it's the updated take on how society appears to Santa Claus now, and that's what I think made the most sense. You do have to take out of context that Santa Claus is really easy to find in this movie, but how they address kids in this world really brought everything to the forefront for me.
But I want to say, in a realistically, yes, you could find him. You could see, like, he wasn't hidden enough away from the world that people didn't know who he was, like the people that knew him. But like, it was still like he was hidden enough, like, realistically.
The thing is, I don't really take people, I don't want to say not caring, but I mean, that's early on. I mean, talk of the part of the plot was with the kids of the world and what have you. But like, I felt like he could be the next door neighbor ish and not really have people, I don't know, come into like, you know, oh my gosh, it's Santa. Like, you know, it's like, oh, how you doing there? You know, Jack.
Nick.
Hey, Nick. No spoilers, but when he actually interacted with people outside of the workshop.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like that a reasonable amount of people know who Santa is in this world. You know, like the government, because that's in the trailer. If you guys watch the trailer or anything, but like the government knows that he exists. We're not going to tell you how the government plays into the movie or anything like that, but they know he exists, and it's not in. And I like how they played it off. It's not in. It doesn't even feel threatening in such a manner. You know, it feels like I could see why this would work out.
Yeah, and more to the social point of, you know, the way they built up our society, it's fascinating to watch how the government is portrayed in the way that they are. A lot of people need to use the government, or do you try to avoid the government? It's fascinating how they play on that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And, you know, Walter Goggins' character, he plays such an amazing role. That's what I've always said. He can play a guy you want to have a drink with and hang out with, or you can play a psychotic crazy man.
Yeah, he was fantastic in this movie. I was going to comment to the guys to be like, my favorite scene, and it was just such a simple scene, so this is really not a spoiler, but at one point he's trying to get the information. He calls the information to be like, hey, you know, do you have, you know, the location for this? And he's talking to the guy on the phone. Just his interaction with him and the guy on the phone, I loved that 5 minutes. I had me rolling, like just laughing hysterically. Like I wanted to ask them, which of course I always think of after the fact, of if Walton like just improvised all that, or he did multiple takes, or what, because you know it was just perfect the way he shot that. I love that scene. So
well, I was lucky enough in the interview to talk to him a little bit, especially with everybody and kind of how they did it, because one person we haven't mentioned, and that's Marie John Baptiste, who plays Mrs. Claus.
And she is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, my gosh. Dude, she nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah, she was. After this, I was like, yeah, there's no better Mrs. Claus now than
Mrs. Claus. No.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. She represented the perfect backbone to this Santa Claus.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely were great together. They worked so well, even like on-screen chemistry. Mel and her they were perfect. So
well, I was watching this with Mary, and when we did, like we're sitting there and we're enjoying it, and Mel brought a whole different level to it, especially like when you saw him heartbroken with how business was going, and like he was misty-eyed. Like the facial expressions he was giving were beautiful, but that monologue she gives to him about marriage, I was just blown away. Yeah. I mean, you don't expect to see that in a movie about Santa Claus. Yeah. You know, I just thought it was, society's perception of government as portrayed in a film is a whole set of shows. Casey's getting a call out, and he's of course off on the side. We love you, Madman. Casey will be back, of course. The poor guy is stuck at work right now, but
it's okay.
Yeah, and I just Madman is number. I'll let it out here, but my official list comes out next week. And I'm going to reveal on the show the top 10 list, but I'm putting out a top 20 of 2020 article, so you can read my full top 20. Fatman's number 2.
Looking forward to it. Very good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With that being number 2, I'm actually intrigued now to see what number 1's going to be. I can't wait. So
just don't make it a horror movie.
No, it's not. It's a sci-fi actiony drama movie that was made for $6,000 by two brothers who had no crew other than the actors that were there with them. It's all on location.
Thought you were gonna say Demon Seed. So
no, it was not Demon Seed. That movie scares me still to this day. A good movie, but still scares me to this day. No, it's actually I'll reveal it because I pretty much
don't.
No. I'm curious, but I'm anticipating the surprise.
I'm no spoilers. No spoilers. That's exactly. Yeah.
But it is, and I will give a hint though. It wasn't on it was on a Pulling Focus. We did interview the brothers, and they're fantastic.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you're giving too much away now. So
I will not say anymore.
No, I don't say anymore because for our steady listeners and viewers, I think they might be kind of putting the pieces together here. So let's just.
I'm just hoping that will lead. Oh, Jesus, he is the man.
I love it.
I will say that was also to point people in the direction of go check out Pulling Focus.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, of course, go watch it to begin with and listen to it now. Yes. But still,
well, that's all podcasts there, so you can't watch it. But
saying that, so
No, I know. I'm just in case anybody's
the show. Got to go watch the show.
Listen, the Scene Snobs is like cornering the market on YouTube video. No, it's really not. We are at best pseudo local market. Internet celebrities
chipping away at that corner of the market, buddy.
It's ours. We have 10 to 15 people who listen to our shows each week, and we
love them. Okay, so
darn tootin'. Every single one of you users right now watching and listening, let's just have a moment. I just want to say thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I always say love you at the end.
Hope you all having a great time, especially after watching those directors.
Well, it's like our 8-hour show. You remember the 8-hour show? Marcus hung in there for like almost. Lenny did too.
Mm-hmm.
But Lenny's a host, so I count him as a host.
Was it Mark who was part of the? He was the other one, the other guest, right?
Marcus wasn't. Oh well, Brian was on the show, but Marcus was watching the whole time.
Yeah, Rob was rocking there too, man. Come on,
Gerard was there, but Gerard was there.
But I had to cut out because I had to take a midget to practice at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, responsibilities.
You had about like 3 hours of sleep that night.
So. Yeah.
I had such a good time with everybody. And you guys, we had a great time. I don't know who would have survived longer in a horror movie.
All right, Robert.
Thank you for joining in, man.
Hi, Robert.
Hope you have fun. Thanks. So I just had a good time, but like kind of on a wrap up, I do want to say to everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure you go check out at 9:30 p.m. here on the Scene Snobs channel. We have Jeff Dwoskin's new show, Crossing the Streams. He's got a great panel of guests that are on. They're going to talk TV shows. Go check that out. It's a lot of fun. He's a comedian out of Detroit. Super awesome. He actually popped up. And Jeff Dwoskin here. Jeff is awesome. I hope you guys are checking out Crossing the Streams and check out his interview show, the Jeff Dwoskin Show. It's fantastic. He has, and I'm not going to pigeonhole him as a comedian, but I think comedians just naturally know how to talk to people, even if it's in a funny manner or even just in a straight manner. But like, I'm listening to his interviews and I'm like, he just comes off with a fun, like you're hanging out with a friend. He's just meeting some of these people and it feels like they're friends. And it makes Crossing the Streams that much better because he is bringing on friends onto the show. Kind of like what we do here. Just less tense.
Well, I don't know. I think Lenny and I are more of like the nemesis adversarial thing going on.
Oh,
We only show love up front, but secretly deep down in our hearts, we crave to better the other one.
I was gonna say, don't be kind of fantasy football from last week here. Jeez,
Go easy now. Come on, you smoked me.
Now we gotta get Gerard. We gotta get Gerard in the league.
Yes.
Yeah. Next season will be completely different.
Is there a fight supposed to happen?
Oh yeah.
No,
We just have a lot of fun trash talking. So
actually, you know what? While we have the moment, I would just like to.
no.
I just this is actually Mike's. This is Mike's at the moment, but there is this.
Oh, jeez.
Casey, I'm gonna PayPal you money tonight. I need you to send it to me.
I can't wear it over anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't. It's yours, man. It's yours. I gotta get you.
I'm gonna PayPal you the money. You send it to me as soon as possible.
Mike,
I'll pop it in the FedEx box.
Mike needs it for like 2 weeks until he
2 weeks until
so you know.
You and me. Len, it's probably gonna be you and me.
It is, man.
I don't know. Maybe.
And I'm winning that belt. And I'm gonna wear it on every one of these shows for the rest of the year.
Right.
And then we gotta get Gerard in next year because you know he wants that belt. I saw that.
And I think Brian does too, actually. So it's gotta throw them all in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's okay. No, I'll keep winning it.
Anyway, let's bring it back to.
Let's bring it back. Let's watch Jeff Dwoskin on Crossing the Streams tonight here on the Scene Snobs. I'm telling you, I cannot. I watch it every week, and they've never ceased to make me laugh.
I missed last week, but I'm excited to see if they'll be able to convince me to watch their shows this week.
Well, Casey has become the I don't know. Has it been announced that you are basically the head of the fan club? Like you're running?
Oh yeah, no, it hasn't been announced yet, but I'm actually getting T-shirts made. I've got a big 10-gallon hat idea that should be printed shortly, so we're gonna see what I can get going here for the big JD show.
I like how it's just Casey commenting, but he's gonna have all of this stuff on.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll just be commenting and still wearing it. Oh my god! If Jeff says my name.
One last thing I want to bring up before we go, everybody. We started a Patreon here on the Scene Snobs. If you go to thescenesnobs.com, it's up there. We have tier programs for the Scene Snobs interview shows. You get exclusive early access to the interviews. We have it for the Scene Snobs podcast. We have it for BTB. And BTB, Casey and I did our first episode for Scene Snobs podcast last night. So if you want to join up, you can check that out. We talk about all the Disney announcements, but we also have the live show, which is available and you can watch or listen to that now. But we do the same thing here on BTB. We're going to be posting soon, once we record it, a new show, and it's a movie brackets show. So it's tournament style. We're going to have different things throughout the month. We're going to have one bracket we kind of cover. We might bring in guests like Casey and Gerard to come in and do it with us. But Lenny and I have been doing brackets for a lot of years. We're always trying to figure out what's the best of the best, and I think we're gonna come up with something fun, and that will probably be premiering soon. So hopefully you guys are checking out, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, that's in the BTB tour, and there's other benefits as well. So go check out our Patreon, thescenesnobs.com. The link is right up top.
And somebody shows a little skin. Don't want to give anything away.
Yes, in the Scene Snobs podcast after show, we do get some skin, and I promise you, everybody, it's not me. So you're good. You can pay, and it will be fun. The Scene Snobs are not making T-shirts, so that's still Jeff.
We can
make T-shirts at some point. But Jeff, let's get Patreon people in, and then we'll make some T-shirts. I promise.
No, I'll definitely buy Jeff's shirt.
I will happily sell it to you and give him half the price. And of course, Mike, our good buddy. Casey just reenacted my reaction every time Mick and Casey reads my comments.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Makes me feel better. We got to keep reading Mike's stuff. Mike, just keep sending one word at a time.
Read it with a luscious voice. Like Casey just reenacted
my reaction every time Mick or
Casey reads my comments.
Ha. Ha.
I like the echo effect. That was good.
Right?
I think we nailed that one.
I'm pretty sure. It felt right.
We, of course, had a really good awesome. Next week,
Not as awesome as you, Lenny, or you, Gerard.
Well, thank you. Oh, so
Love
nice.
you guys. You guys are amazing. This has been a great connection to make.
Yes, you're getting it right.
There we go.
Hey, it's Len. Hi.
Yeah, well, I can't reveal my name, but
wrong way, man. Hey, Gerard, right there.
This is an awful game. It's Gerard.
Yeah, it's almost like we took which was like, all right, we're done. Here's the story. Anyway, that's our show. We are BTB. Lenny and I are very happy to join us. We have a Christmas episode next week, and then we are off. We're taking a little time off.
Yeah.
Casey and I, of course, next Tuesday have the Scene Snobs podcast Christmas episode. Lots of Christmas. And we are going to be doing an after show Festivus episode where we air our grievances.
Yep. I got a lot of issues with you people, and you're going to hear them all.
Nice.
You got to pay for that one if you want to hear it. So that will be out. But yeah, please join us. We have tons of other shows going on. Remember, tomorrow night we have Cross Industry Streams at 9:30 tonight. Tomorrow night, the Sports Snobs podcast starts at 6 p.m. It's a brand new time. It'll be broadcast. Then the Guapo show is at 9 p.m. Friday night, we have Mutant pregame show. And then Saturday, we have the NFL Pick show from the Sports Snobs. And Sunday is my interview, the Scene Snobs interviews, CJ Graham, who played Jason Voorhees in part 6 of Friday the 13th. So until next time, I am Mick Manhattan, Scene Snob. This is my cohort. Oh, I got it right.
Yes.
My cohort, Mr. Len Reed Miller. I appreciate our guests coming on tonight. Ian Nelms, Eshom Nelms, the directors of Fatman. Sorry, no, my mouth is just getting dry. I trust me, I know. It wasn't a Get Out situation, I promise. So they're directors of Fatman, which is available on VOD now. Blayne Weaver, who is the director of GETAway, which will be available on VOD December 22nd. Go check both these movies out. They're fantastic. Come check us out on the Scene Songs podcast. Casey the Madman and I. And Gerard, we got to get you on the show, man.
Can we just call you a staple now, Gerard? Like seriously.
It happened at this point.
You're already on
Scene
Snobs family, so we got to get you on a.
Yeah, we just tag on with us, and you get top billing, so it works out.
Exactly. You get a marquee spot there.
Yeah.
I already made it that I'm just going to send this group the link every week, and whoever shows up. And then we'll just keep adding more as we go.
Then we can get to the full Brady Bunch thing, and everyone can be awkward pointing at each other.
I love it.
Next week I'll actually have finger sticks to be this way, and so it's more appropriate.
He's just going to be next to me the whole time because we're the hosts, and he's just going to be stupid. And that's all it's going to say.
It's stage left, stage left.
Yes. All right, everybody. Now we're just getting goofy, but we had a great time tonight, and we want to jump off because Crossing the Streams is starting soon.
Yes.
So check it out.
Yes.
We love you, everybody.
Yes, guys, be safe.
Be kind to each other.